On the night before Christmas 2015, game designers were resting 'cause busy they'd been. The specs were all sent to the printers with care, so the backers got product only 2 days to spare. The writers were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of deadlines tormented their heads. Danielle in her kerchief and I in my cap were still wrapping presents, the usual last-minute crap, when out of my mouth came some terrible words about curses and damnings, fornication and turds. I'd not written our annual Christmas Eve roast, but 15 was huge. Best it's a New Year's Eve post. January confirmed my Gen Con attendance, and I began my pro designer transcendence. SharedWeave.ca was gathering fans, and my Winnipeg Jets were packing the stands. Feb 27, 2015. The saddest day yet that nerddom had seen. We lost Leonard Nimoy, an actor and vet. We lost many more, from Conflor to Set. Lost Pratchett and Lee, both Tanith and Chris. Rowdy Rod Piper and Iwata are missed. Johnson and Horner also would fall. Whitney and Craig, you've inspired us all. But we all soldiered on, creating and sharing, building nerdy new worlds of inclusion and caring. And up to the Facebooks, the creators they flew, to Twitters and Googles, and other ones too. And then in a twinkling, July had arrived. "Where's the time flown?" I asked Ben with a cry. "Gen Con approacheth!" I shivered with glee. I looked like those dogs that just quiver and pee. Over to Boards was now fully prepared to show at my Graceland, but man, was I scared. We pounded out blog posts and comics and shirts, and hoped that reception wasn't drizzling squirts. We packed up the minis and cards and the tokens, and hoped during showing that nothing to be broken. We rented a car and met up with some friends, but on the way there we nearly met our sweet ends. Police and coyotes, tornadoes and floods, toll booths and speeders and zombies and chuds. We made it to Indy, unkilled by disaster. If we hadn't killed Paul, we'd have gotten there faster. We were there! Okaloo, Okalay! I missed it up, man. That's all I can say. For this one single moment, I'd waited so long, my whole God's damned life, to join in this throng. As I waited in line, I struck up a song, but lo and behold, who happened along? His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was like mine, don't you know. Robert J. Schwab gave me a big manly hug and said, "Holy shit, man, good to see you here, bud." This scene was repeated over and over again, with Game's greatest women and Game's greatest men. I'd come to this place to totally geek out on people I admire, is what it's about. Instead, I was stunned by our number of fans, amongst Game's greatest people, both women and mans. Gen Con vet Ben grinned watching this happen, filming me all excited, my gums all a-flappin'. I handled it good, till surprised by Cordell. My brain just played dead. Yeah, it didn't go well. Fawning and stuttering, I showed him my dice. I dropped them, of course. Yeah, hindsight ain't nice. He handled it well, like a seasoned old pro. We're friends now on Facebook. A good man to know. Many more faces. Webb, Lindroos, and Culp. Saw Jen Page, Luke Gygax, so I said, "Hey, sup?" Jolly and Barbara, and Laws was there too. Pryor and Primus, Tweet and Heinz Sue. I even gave thanks to Shanna Germain for helping me keep my head in the game. John Kovalik had helped me in creating my plan, so I made special effort to go shake his hand. The rest of the con was the time of a life, but 'twas time to go home to my kids and my wife. I said my goodbyes and see you next year's, then on to the highway and facing our fears. Wipers not working and fluids all drained. Man, coyotes do damage. That was never explained. Despite opaque windshield and torrential rains, we all made it home. But next year it's plains. September I got production quotes rolling. For producing the game, the rules were now strolling. Last minute touch-ups for a big testing drive. More cons are upcoming. No time to take 5. I picked up the torch for our Extra Life Guild. C4 went off great. We were totally thrilled. Recruits and donations rolled in for the kids. On game day we played with heavy eyelids. The press corps came by to give our cause squawk. The government sent envoys to have a good talk. We made it the entire 24 hours. Well, the Shared Weave crew did. Coffee gave us our powers. Jim Con was next. I ran 13th age. And Schwab's demon lord sprang from his unholy cage. Over the boards made a strong Jim Con showing. The game's avid fan base was steadily growing. Oh yeah, one more thing this year that's a perk. I signed with Ed Greenwood for game design work. Also 3 books. And maybe a song. Maybe some podcasts. I hope nothing goes dong. Wrong. It's been a big year, in every way. It looks like Shared Weave is going to stay. Thanks for all your support. It's why we're still here. Have a wonderful night, and a googly new beard. Have a safe and joyful new year. This is Doc Wilson for Shared Weave Games. Good night. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. I'm doing a check. The Human Torch took out a bank loan. The Human Torch took out a bank loan. Feb 27, 2015. The saddest day yet that nerddom had seen. We lost Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy? We pounded out blog posts and comics and shit. Shits? Why did I put shits in there? It's shirts, not Who put a question mark in the teleprompter? Wilson will read anything. Okay. Okay. Robert J. Schwab gave me a big manly hug and said, "Holy shit, man, good tea." It's been a big year in every way. It's been a big year in every way. It looks like Shared Weave is going to stay. Thanks for all your support. It's why we're still here. Have a wonderful night and a googly new beard. Have a safe and joyful new year. This is Doc Wilson for Shared Weave Games. Good night.